All right, y'all. Shalom, shalom. Shalom. Hold on. Stand by. All right, there we go. Hey, want to say shalom to y'all. Michael Israel here. You watching Spiritual Combat. Um, and I'm Michael Israel, head of Straightway, Florida. And just wanted to take the time to get on here. I know I've been meaning to get on here. I know I did a video. Looks like all was good. But yeah, I did a video on her not too long ago, or tried to. It was skipping a lot on diet, health, everything like that. And I'm looking at some things going on. Even and y'all know how the audio is when you're in there. And if y'all have any questions about diet, health, and stuff like that, go ahead and put it in there. But anyway, just looking around at my word at my job today. Two people died yesterday from that virus, and then I see France. They're getting ready to shut France down tomorrow, so France is going under full lockdown. Let me see, what else did I see? I watched a video. Somebody posted something on Instagram where these people were out there at the beach in Miami. They're like, man, they don't care about COVID, this, that, and the other. They don't care about the virus, this, whatever. Um, Also saw thing in China, a new illness, okay, a new plague coming upon the land called the Brusa virus. I'm sorry, it's not a virus; it's a bacterial infection that they're catching from some meat or something like that. So you got that going, and just overall the general condition of our people. Like whether I know a lot of people, they don't believe in the you know well, I'll say this, I'll make a point. Somebody at my job made a good point to me. They said, yeah, they look at the COVID numbers, but they're not telling you the flu numbers. Why is that? Good question. But I do know people are passing away at a higher rate. Whether you tally the flu numbers or the COVID numbers or whatever. But I'm not. That's not what I'm here to talk about anyway. It don't got nothing to do nothing. At the end of the day, when we look at everything, the health of our people, or people in general, is terrible. I think they coined a term for it, nutricide. They're killing you through food. Stuff that your body should be able to just fight off is just taking people out. And that brings me to what I'm going to be speaking on. And that is, we're in the dead season, getting ready to fully be in the flu season, and or the cold and flu season, however you want to look at it. I'm telling you, this one is going to be very intense. Okay, I think this is going to be a stronger flu season, or cold and flu, an illness season. And I'm just telling you, and I'm making it real simple, straightforward. I'm lay this out so it's not real complicated for you to understand. on how you need to be nourishing your temple, your body, okay? Because there's a lot of misinformation and there's all these diets, and one of the motivating factors for me doing this video I'm doing right now is the fact that I had one evening. Hold on, y'all. Oh man, somebody's trying to call me. Okay, so y'all let me know if the audio's good again. But anyway, so one evening, I had a little bit of time. So I was like, let me see if I can find something to watch on Netflix or something. And it's like, dude, it's like I was trying to find a good documentary. All the documentaries are politically spun. You know what I'm saying? I tried to find something, so I was like, well, let me watch something on nutrition. Even the nutrition stuff has an agenda behind it. So what you have is the people who are for grains, the grain industry, they push or finance or back documentaries that are going against the meat and dairy industry. And then the meat and dairy industry is pushing, so it's the sugar and grain industry versus the meat and dairy industry, basically, to make it simpler. And it's what you have to do if you are going to watch those, because it's half truth. They're sitting there. So the documentaries that are telling you how bad meat and dairy is, they're sitting there telling you, oh, sugar isn't going to do anything bad to you. Sugar and grains aren't going to do anything bad. But meat and dairy, that's the bad stuff. And then you have the documentaries that are backed, of course, by the meat industry. They're telling you sugar and grain is evil. That's the poison. They're neurotoxins, and that's truth. But then they're telling you the meat, you need to go on a high meat and dairy diet, and they're pushing that. And nothing could be further from the truth. You're gonna be messed up listening to these things unless you're properly educated. And so that brings us to this point. What's the truth? Okay, what should you really be eating? What should you be staying away from? How's it bad? This, that, and the other. Oh, somebody's texting me now. Hold on. Okay. All right. Hopefully that didn't interfere with the video. So anyway, so that brings us to the core of this video. What should you be eating? And we're going to get into that. We're also going to get into herbs, because there's a lot of talk about herbs. But the first thing you need to know about herbs is what herbs are. You need to learn safety with herbs. You need to learn the precautions with all that. So what I'm going to do, and this is going to make some of the master herbalists and master dietitians, I'm going to just give y'all something to keep you safe first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go break down all the complex herbalistic details and the anatomy and all the minerals and all the deep stuff. I'm going to just go with the basic stuff, okay? We have some comments in there. We're gonna get that though, and he put a good comment in there. But what I'm gonna do, Michael Israel always do, I'm gonna make it real plain, simple, basic, right down the middle, with no wiggle room. So somebody put, best thing to do is eat what you grow. Eat meat only if you raise it, but even then, to a minimum, our bodies have had enough for a lifetime. That's good. He's on it. So that was a good, that statement is right along the lines of what I'm getting into. But so let's get into it. So real fast, we're gonna make it real basic. With what if you have health issues, if you're overweight, or if you want to maintain your health, what you need to do is stop stop eating foods that consume all your energy in order for them to be broken down. Okay? So the foods that our body can break down with a minimum amount of energy usage are going to be your fruits. Okay? If you've seen a lot of stuff that's taught out there by some of the herbalists like Gaki and stuff like that, they talk about berries, um, uh, grapes, apples, oranges, melons, your melons and stuff like that. And we're going to get into that a little more, but at the end of the day, you want foods that break down easily, not foods that consume all your energy breaking them down. They take forever to break down. You want foods that are easily digestible. Okay? Okay? So I see people putting statements in there, good statements about sugar. We're going to get into the sugar thing. So, because there's different types of sugar. But you're on the right path when, like, for instance, the sugar that's in fructose, your body does not even need insulin to digest it, to bring it into the cell. It naturally goes into the cell without your body even having to use its insulin to do so. These other high fructose corn syrup and all this other stuff, glucose and all that stuff like that, your body needs insulin, okay? So, and we're going to get into the difference of fruits and vegetables and all that stuff like that there. But we're going to keep it simple. So, fruit, your body can just easily digest it using minimal energy. So, if you were on an all-fruit diet, and I'm not telling you have to be on an all-fruit diet. If you were on an all-fruit diet, your body would not be using a whole bunch of energy to break this food down and turn it into energy. So all that energy would be used to what? Regenerate your body. Regenerate things on your body. Okay? So anyway, I just wanted to add that, throw that in there. But what we do, we eat foods that require a lot of energy to break down. Like meat requires a whole bunch of energy to break down. I know I'm making this real simple, but that's what I need to do for what we're doing here. Meat requires a whole bunch of energy to break down. Okay, same thing with your carbs. They require a lot of energy to break down. They also are overstimulating, so your body takes them and stores them as fat. So anybody who is overweight, I don't care who they are. If you are overweight, I can guarantee with almost 100% certainty that you eat a lot of grains and sugars. So you eat a lot of pasta. You eat a lot of fast-burning carb foods like potatoes. You eat a lot of bread. You eat a lot of cereal. You drink a lot of orange juice, carton juices. We'll call them carton juices. So you drink a lot of orange juice, apple juice, so-called fruit juices with added sugar. Any of these bottled juices, even grapefruit juice, because I eat grapefruit all the time. I fresh squeeze it when I drink it, And when I drink that, and I drink grapefruit juice that you buy in a carton, it is night and day difference. It's night and day difference. Okay, it's very, very sweet. The bottled grapefruit juice that you get. Okay, so you drink a lot of that. You eat a lot of waffles and pancakes and syrups and, come on, let me go. Cookies, ice cream, all that stuff. You know, uh, you're eating a lot of grain-based stuff and just sugary stuff. If you are fat, if you are overweight, okay, um, that is not the case if you are on a more, what's that diet called? The not alkaline. I forget what it's called. The I'm gonna get it. So on the tip of my tongue. Uh, it'll come to me. Oh man. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of annoying text messages, so hopefully that's not interfering with my live stream. But if you are on there's a diet where you eat it's a high fat diet where you eat a lot of meats, and I actually tried it. I was on it, but it don't work. I mean, you'll lose weight, but it's brutal on your body. And like I said, it consumes a lot of energy breaking those meats down and all that stuff like that. So I see people put plant-based in here. Atkins, no, it's not the Atkins. It's oh man, it'll come to me. But what is that called? Oh, it's annoying. Keto. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tony. There, it's called the ketogenic diet. Okay, the keto diet. Okay, and even that, you know, you are a um let's say you're a Ferrari. You're a Ferrari Testarossa. You need to run on high octane gasoline. If you know anything about cars, high octane fuels ignite at a higher compression ratio. So they ignite at a higher pressure, so they won't pre-ignite. And a high compression engine, a performance engine, needs a high octane fuel. If you put a low octane fuel in it, the car will still run, but you'll get detonation. So you might get misfires and you'll hear the engine pinging and it won't run quite right. If you put diesel in there, you are going to F the engine up, okay? So if you put ethanol, a low octane ethanol based fuel in there, it's going to run like crap. You're going to get check engine lights, okay? So that you're doing the same thing when you're not running on a fruit-based diet. You're literally doing the same thing to your body. When you're eating a bunch of carbs, that's the equivalent of running on diesel. When you're eating a lot of meat, that's the equivalent of running on low octane fuel. And when you're eating a lot of ethanol based fuel and stuff like that, that's the equivalent of eating a whole bunch of vegetables, but not fruit. All right, and I'm gonna go into that because, for instance, potatoes are a vegetable. What else is a vegetable? Lettuce is a vegetable. Kale, all that stuff are vegetables. They're not fruits. Tomato is a fruit. Cucumber is a fruit. What else? Celery is a vegetable. Okay. What is a vegetable? Well, Yah said in Genesis, he said, "I give you every tree bearing fruit at the." He gave us every. I forget how it's worded. I put it in my other video, but he said every seed bearing fruit or whatever. But anyway, the fruit is what a plant or tree bears that have a seed in it that is consumable. Okay, it's literally designed to be edible. When I say it's designed to be edible, when you look at it scientifically, it's designed to be edible. And what am I talking about? How your body digests it, what it does, how, like fruits, like let's take grapes or oranges or apples or watermelons and stuff like that. Those fruits, literally, they are, when your body breaks them down, all your body has to do is break them down real simply, and they're already in a set up to be go straight to becoming energy. All right. Meat, for instance, let's take meat, one of the most complex things to break down. Your body has to go through all these steps to break it down, then all these steps to put it back together to make it useful to truly energize you. Okay. Um, Vegetables, same thing. If you look at animals designed to, like cows designed to eat grass, it has multiple stomachs. It chews its cud. It chews the grass up, spits it back up again, and then chews it back up. You see what I'm saying? And a cow is designed to do that. You know, um, we weren't designed for that. We were more designed for fruits. Okay, to eat fruits. Now, Michael, where are you getting all this from? First, let's bear witness on. Let's talk about me. And some of y'all already know my testimony on fruits and my weight loss lately. So I used to play basketball 6 times a week. Okay, uh, high level basketball too. Uh, and I was on a carb, your standard American diet, thinking I'm eating healthy. And I could not lose the weight. Now I was in good shape, I guess, cardiovascular wise, but hold on, right next. Okay, let me. I guess that's she come with age. All right, I guess this is a um. I said wow. Let me see. I tried and couldn't. Okay. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, this dude is a troll. So let me de-troll him. Yeah, let me take care of him real quick, y'all. All I gotta do is real easy. I can hide him from the whole channel. He won't even hide user from channel. Poof! He's gone. Okay? He's gone. He won't even be able to see spiritual combat, let alone figure out a way to get on here and troll. Unless he got another account, and I'll do the same. Okay, I just had to block him out of this world. So anyway, yeah, so the meats, it takes a lot to break down. Um, if you find anybody who eats a lot of meat, who consumes meat, and I'm not saying they eat a lot of meat and carbs, I'm saying you find, like when you find people who predominantly consume carbs, you're going to find a person who is overweight. If you find a person who consumes a lot of meat and dairy, you're going to find a person with a lot of joint issues and health issues. Okay? generally speaking. You find Gerson. All right, let me write that down real quick. Somebody watch the doc. Okay, I'm gonna watch that, brother. I'm gonna watch that tonight. I appreciate that because when I do get an hour here or an hour there or a little bit of time to chill, there don't be nothing good to watch. Um, well, tell me the name of the book. Oh, brother Rico. Okay, I'm gonna hit you up, brother Rico. Um, Tell me the name of the book, also, brother Rico. All right. Um, but all that to say, so going back with me, when I uh, started studying and I started doing the fruit diet, or and I'm gonna go into what I mean when I did fruit diet, because I see somebody said they tried to do it. We're gonna go into a very doable way of doing it. Okay, not a painful way where you walking around and your stomach going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when I did, but like I was saying, I played basketball. A lot of joint pain, a lot of issues, a lot of health issues I had going on. Um, couldn't lose the weight. Actually, continued gaining weight. And then when I stopped playing, then I really put on some weight and got up near 230 pounds. And then I learned about the true diet, the true way. And even when you book it, when you look at the Bible verses, you can see it when you read through the Bible. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna bring up some of these verses for you too. But and we're gonna mind you, I'm gonna get into where herbs fit into here and everything fits in. But let me pull this up real quick. Okay, so okay, so I had a there we go. All right, but I couldn't lose the weight. The weight wasn't coming on. I was like, well, I guess I got a case of the 40s. Because when you turn 40, they say the weight come on, this, that, and the other. All right. So, all right, there we go. All right. So after doing a lot of study, man, and going and seeing a lot of information. Okay, I'm gonna watch that one too. The China study. See, after studying a lot of information, man, and really like studying situations, stuff I was wrestling with, this and the other, I realized that fruit is the way to go, or more fruit based or more alkaline based diet. Okay, but so what I did is I substantially, on a big level, I moved my diet to fruit. I began consuming a whole lot more fruit, particularly berries. Now, here where I'm at, the stuff that's convenient for me to eat is blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Okay, um, so I started consuming a whole lot of berries and grapes and watermelon and mangoes and like you wouldn't believe, and oranges. Like there'd be some days I'd come home and I'd eat 3 apples for a meal. I just substitute one meal with like 3 or 4 apples. Sometimes I just eat 2 bags of grapes, you know, and just slowly, like what I got in a rhythm of doing, or my daily or routine. What I got into a routine of doing was I got in a routine of wake up in the morning, have a shake or just have water or herbal tea for breakfast, and water for my snack or my break. Because I get a break at 9 o'clock at my job. So when I get up on the way to work, I'll drink either a shake or a smoothie or some herbal tea. That'd be my breakfast. Then just drink water all the way to noon, and then at noon have fruit, like a bag of grapes or 2 bags of grapes for all the way till when I get home. When I get home, we would have a vegan meal. I have a vegan meal. And by doing that, the weight began to really melt off. Okay? Now, hold on. Okay. So I'm just making sure my, let me get this. Okay, there we go. I'm just getting everything so I can see it on one screen. That's all I'm doing. So y'all just bear with. And like I said, if y'all got any books or documentaries that y'all know of, or any information, definitely send it to me, man, because I consume this stuff. I'm always educating myself, and the diet has been a big one because I can see health issues arising in me. So the diet was definitely a big thing. So anyway, that's what I did. I began. Good question, Brother Terry. Brother Terry said, "Do you still eat steak?" You're gonna get a funny answer too. But I started significantly. So I basically changed my fruit consumption to where it was like maybe 10% of what I ate, to I upped my fruit consumption to I would say 50 to 60% of what I eat. Okay, and I decreased my carb consumption or grain and sugar consumption. So that's my consumption of bread, of sugary drinks, of cereals, all that stuff I named earlier. I reduced that to around maybe 10%. My meat consumption, pretty much 20% maybe, if that. I know during the week it's zero meat consumption because, like I said, we live in this house communally. It's 3 families in here and 2 other brothers. So, and one of the families is a vegan family, and that's been a blessing because they've helped us really come up with a lot of. They've shown us a lot of vegan recipes and foods, so that we can wean ourselves off of the dairy and the meats. Two of the ones that really pop out, like for instance, last night, if you go to Koya Israel's, if you go to her Facebook page, she posted the meal she made last night. It's a vegan meal, vegan cheese. She made vegan cheese out of cashews. I don't know how they do all this stuff. I just eat it. So there's a way they have of making vegan cheese out of cashews, and I want to say it's alkaline also. And I know one of the ways I've significantly reduced my meat consumption is eating beyond meat when I do eat something that's meat based. So the brother asked, do I still eat steak? No, I never really ate steak in the first place. Me personally, I don't like any type of meat that's on the bone. Never have. I don't think I ever will. So I was never a big eater of chicken on the bone, of steak, of pork chops. Before I came into truth, when I was eating pork, I never was big on pork chop. Any type of meat on the bone, I really wasn't big on. Okay, I'm big on. I've become big on meat off the bone. So I like chicken nuggets. You know, I like meat when it ain't on the bone. Last Shabbat, y'all, I see y'all saying shalom to Sister Crystal in there. Last Shabbat, Sister Crystal made an awesome white bean chili soup or something like that, and it had chicken in it, and I sucked down every bit of that, and told her when she was walking out of my house with the pot, I said, "Where you going?" It's like, you need to leave that here, like, and we devoured it the next day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, on Shabbats or when I'm traveling, I eat whatever's there. But I'm gonna tell you something that happened. I noticed that I ate too much bread, and this is the second time it happened while I've been out traveling, um, or let's say not traveling, out of town. When I was out of town, staying overnight in another place, I ate too much bread, and I noticed the bread, and I have to go back and research this out because I'm gonna do a whole episode on on this real talk about health on bread. But I noticed eating all the bread and those carbs is like a neurotoxin to me. I get these nervous. I feel like my face is going numb or something. Like I feel like I'm getting ready. I can't control my speech and all this stuff. And I had researched it out before, man. This these grains, the modern grains that they have now that they've interbred with stuff, they're not genetically modified, but they're bred. The grains they have now are like neurotoxins, and I have to go do my research and figure out why. But man, that stuff, whoo, that bread do something to me. And the way, real quick, because I know I'm rambling about a lot of different stuff, but it's coming to me. The way when you're not eating a proper diet, it's going to exploit any weaknesses that you might have in your body. So some people, like their organs might be rock solid and fully developed, so they can take this stuff, but they might have neurological issues or neural issues that eating the wrong diet is going to exploit it. I mean, I could really go into that. So where meats might not bother them, but bread will bother them. But some people, meats will cause them to have colon cancer. Like my father, that's where he passed away from. He died from colon cancer, and he had type 2 diabetes. And I know his diet. He ate a lot of sugar. He drank a lot of sodas, and I'm sure he ate a lot of bread and pastas. I mean, we ate that growing up. As you get older, man, that stuff begins to catch up with you and take its toll. Okay? So somebody put black bean, quinoa, mushroom patties are amazing. And even, I'm going to tell you this, okay? The quinoa and the black bean, because even Koya knows, like when quinoa's made, I say just put all right, everybody's calling me now. All right. Okay. All right, can y'all hear me? All right. So when quinoa is made, and I tell Koya, hey, just put a small amount on there. People don't realize, like, let me give you a quick example. Like a typical meal that you're used to, that you grew up eating, you know, because of, you know, all this stuff, the sugar content of the grains and the way these meats are now, they're even more toxic now because of the way they raise the meats and all that stuff like that. So a typical meal, let's take spaghetti with meatballs. You're going to have some Italian bread with it. So let's say that's your meal. Okay, well, you're going to get this big plate of pasta, which is dough. It's just, all it is bread, basically. Pasta. Okay, it's grain. Okay? And then you're going to have this Italian bread with it. So already you done took on all these calories that your body don't even need. It ain't going to be able to burn them off. Okay? Then you eat the meat. It's going to consume a lot of energy, your body breaking that down. Literally, to burn off all the calories that that's going to put on your body, you would have to run a marathon to work that off. You would literally have to run like 10 miles or 20 miles to burn that off. Okay? So you gotta understand that. I see Sister June put in her father passed from colon cancer. Let's talk about that. The colon cancer. What happens, these meats, it takes so much for your body to break those down and to digest that, and for it to pass through your body, and that as time passes, those meats begin to weld themselves. And I know as the time passes and the years pass, those meats weld themselves to your colon and all that, and they begin to just sit there and take a piece of meat and just sit it on the ground and let it sit there for a couple days, for a week, and smell it and look what happens to it. That's what happens inside your intestines, and it just begins to wear away your intestines, and disease begins to form in there. I know that's a real simple breakdown, but that's the breakdown you're going to get. I mean, when we go into this a little deeper, I'll give y'all a deeper breakdown on how these meats sit there and putrefy and just rot in your intestines, especially when you're on a real high carb, grain, meat, dairy type diet. That stuff just sits in there, and I mean, it turns into disease. It literally begins to rot your body away. The meat's rotting away, and it's rotting your body away with it. And I'm saying, if you're eating it when you consume meat in too high of a proportion, Michael, you're talking too much. Book it. Well, let's book it. Let's book it. All right. So here we go. Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 27. That's Sirach, Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. All right, it says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men." Okay? So eating a whole bunch of meat isn't profitable for all men. It is not healthy, and that's what we're telling you. That's what this scripture is going to tell you. It says, "Neither have every soul pleasure in everything. Be not unsatiable or insatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats." Okay? So don't be too greedy upon meat. Don't eat a whole bunch of meat. The American diet is too much meat. You eat meat for breakfast. Okay? When you're supposed to be eating something light, you eat meat for lunch. And then you come home for dinner, you have meat for dinner. Okay? And you're consuming a lot of meat. Okay? "For excess of meats bringeth sickness." Okay? "And surfeiting," which is overeating, "will turn into cholera." Okay? Look up what cholera is. Okay? It's like irritability and not feeling good. Okay? By surfeiting, so this is overeating, "have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life." Okay? So excess of meats. I still eat meat. You know what I'm saying? You sit a good hamburger down in front of me, and I'm going to be on that thing like a rat on a Cheeto. I'm going to be on that mug like rust on a pump handle. All right? But I don't eat meat every night. I don't eat meat. I might eat meat maybe once a week, depending on what they're having this Shabbat. You see what I'm saying? So we have to use wisdom. And what's wisdom? Yah's word. these ancient writings. You know what I'm saying? We got to use wisdom when we're eating. Okay? Um, so, like I said, when I switched over and I embarked on a fruit diet, literally, I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't jogging. I wasn't doing any type of activity. And I lost the weight. If I pull my shirt up right now, you'd see my body is pretty cut up. You could see a six-pack there. You know, you see my physique and my muscles now. Everybody has a six-pack. It's just covered by a bunch of fat. But everybody has a six-pack, believe it or not. Like, so people be sitting there doing sit-ups. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get my six-pack back. Brother, you already got a six-pack. But it's covered by the fat, all right? One of the brothers was saying your poop does not smell as bad. Yeah, your shit don't stink. I'm not saying my shit don't stink, but it don't stink. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we saying there. Yeah, I'm touching my screen like this is a touch screen. I forgot this is an old computer. The meat rots in your gut and turns into pus and stinks. That's real talk. That's what happens. Okay? The dairy, let's get into dairy. You know, I could dagger the dairy. Do I still eat dairy? From time to time, yeah. Eat eggs, stuff like that, yeah. But the majority of the time, no, I've substantially cut dairy to 10-20%. I'm very much plant-based. Interesting fact. Passover, the meal you're told to consume is with bitter herbs. Isn't it interesting that at the height of the flu time, sickness time, the Passover, it tells you eat bitter herbs. And guess what starts growing in abundance right around that time? Dandelion. Dandelions are bitter herbs. Guess what bitter herbs do? They're astringents. They will knock viruses out like nobody's business. Isn't that interesting? And he done this thing right. Do I still eat bread? Yes. The bread we eat is an alkaline bread. It's called spelt. So it's a more alkaline based grain. It's an ancient grain. It hasn't been stepped on, and it don't matter. You can make noise. It's an alkaline. It's a more alkaline base, and when I say alkaline, it doesn't cause your body to be acidic, and that's a little more advanced thing. But when your body turns very acidic, that's when disease begins to form. That's why if you got chronic disease and you got illness and stuff like that, and you're lifting, you need to rest your body. If you're lifting a lot of weights and your body's releasing a lot of that, what's it? Lactic acid. I forget what the name of that acid is. But when you lift and you begin to hit your limit, your body begins to release acid to make your muscles burn, so you will stop lifting, so you don't damage yourself. But when you're trying to heal up, lactic acid. Thank you, brother. brother Rico, man, he helping me out on this one. But when your body's putting out a lot of, you're making your body real acidic lifting. That's why people who go on these high meat diets and they're eating a lot of carbs and they're eating a lot of meats and sugars and grains and a ton of meats, and they lifting a lot of weights trying to gain weight and put on mass, there's a lot of body soft tissue damage that happens. A lot of connective tissue gets damaged when they do that. So, and like I said, if you, I'm gonna be honest. Like with me, when it comes to like I'm doing auto repair, like we fixing down here straight with Ford, like we fixing 18-wheeler trucks, we pulling off brake drums off trucks, we working on cars, we doing gardening, we doing weapons training. Uh, you know, we walk from time to time. We do community day projects. We doing a lot of running around. Just basically, we got long days. We doing like our days are long. Like I get up at 5 in the morning, or I woke up today at like 4:45 or something like that this morning. Went to work, got off work. I'm doing this video. When I'm done with this video, I got to work on this van. When I'm done with this van, Brother Shannon's doing weapons training with us. And it's just long days. You use energy. So you don't need to lift weights. You're going to find if you go on a high fruit diet, all your weight's going to melt off and you're just going to have this nice cut physique. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, that's how y'all designed us. I mean, before the Romans came, gymnasium is a Roman word. Gym is a Roman word. The whole concept, like when Rome came, they brought weights and gym and athletics and sports and all that. Rome brought that. Before that, we were agricultural people, the best warriors in the world, and we stayed in shape, making our food, healthy food. You see what I'm saying? Doing our thing, agriculture. You know, trust me, I done learned. Like we done worked on a farm a little bit now, and shoot, that work will keep you in shape. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. So let me look. Luke chapter 21 verse 34 says, "And take heed to yourself, lest any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting, overeating, just consuming too much, and drunkenness, and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares." Okay? So another script. I got a bunch of them here. I'm not going to go through them all, but what I do want to do, because I broke y'all down, a lot of people sitting there like, what do I eat now, you know? Because me and Koya on a couple occasions tried to go full vegan, try to go full raw food, to no avail. But now we went into it. We eat good. Like I'm looking forward to devouring her. She made enchilada casserole or something like that. It's vegan, and whoo, it's brutally good. Okay, it's like, man, I would not go back to taco smelly for any reason. You know what I mean? The way I'm eating here, and it's all plant-based, so you can't beat it. But anyway, so you ask, what do I do? What do I eat? One thing I'm going to do, step one, I'm going to tell you, I was thinking about this at work. I was like, because I'm going to go over the fruits you need to eat, but I'm also go over meals you can make. Good meals. You ain't going to skip a beat eating good, okay? So one thing I'm going to have Koya start doing is on her Facebook, and I will also have her post it on my YouTube posts, because you can do posts just like you do on Facebook, you can do them on YouTube also. So what I'm going to have her do is post the meals she cooks, okay? And she'll just say, hey, this is the so-and-so meal. If you're interested in it, she'll send you the recipe or something. But we don't skip a beat over here, okay? Now, and there's a lot more I want to talk about, like how people worship taste and how people don't realize, because they're so accustomed to sweet taste. Like my mouth has been realigned to bitter taste. I like bitter taste more than sweet. So, like, I remember I had lemonade this a couple months ago with sugar in it, and I drank it, and it was like, oh, I don't want that. It was just so sweet, it was nasty. I got more of a taste for like grapefruits and sour stuff and some of these herbs and stuff I drink, which I still gotta get into that. But what I'm gonna do on what you need to eat, I'm gonna start having Koya make like just like she did last night. Whenever she makes something, I'm gonna have her post it, and the stuff she makes is quick to make. I think she has a lot. She has more time to cook healthy meals because, of course, she's a chase keeper at home now. Uh, Shout out to Straightway, Pastor Dow, and just Straightway diligently adhering to what Yah's word says and showing us how it's done. So, so you know, but she has time to cook, so she's able to cook these meals. But I don't think these meals are very involved either. But I'm gonna have her start going into what she makes, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I just eat. All right. But I know it'd be good, man. I ain't had a bad meal since we started living communal. You know what I'm saying? Everything been airtight. And Koya also knows how to make alkaline ice cream. She calls it mousse chocolate something, but man, it's on point. She's made it vanilla also. She know how to do all this stuff. She be busy doing administrative work I be having her doing, because we taking care of a lot of stuff. So she really can't go all in like she normally, like we would like her to, but it's a time thing. Koya said, yes, hallelujah. Thanking y'all for that testimony. Home 100% full time. Yep. Uh, so yeah, but uh, what I'm trying to say to you is, don't think that going more plant-based, and I just say go more plant-based, don't think that means you're going to be starving and you're going to eat carrots and celery for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is not what this is. You are going to eat better. The food is going to consistently taste better, because what you season your dairy and your meat, you season your meat with plants, so you can't help but eat better when you're eating more plant-based. But we're going to show you how to eat plant-based and not suffer at all. Actually, because trust me, and Koya will bear witness, I got seconds and thirds last night. I went in there and told her, all right, give me my seconds, and put my thirds on top of that. She's like, okay, give me your plate back, So don't think it's going to be that way. And the weight is going to move off you. Why? Because you're eating foods. I'm taking one of y'all key things he's been saying. You're eating foods that eliminate. They digest easy. They break down and move out your system easily. They break down and provide nutrients to your system easily. So like the brother just said there, they are clean. They're clean burning fuels. Okay? That's what you're doing. That's all I'm doing. And they taste great. Don't get it twisted. Woo! I almost want to wrap this up, not work on the van, and go eat. Talking about this food. And just like Brother Cruz said, they remove the fog from your brain. That's a big issue. And I want to give a testimony because I had gotten deliverance for caffeine addiction, because that's one of the addictions that was listed. I had received deliverance from the brethren on caffeine, and here I am, man. Now I received the deliverance, but I was scared to go out and push it, and now here I am. Today it'll be almost a week with no caffeine. I haven't went a week without caffeine in years with an S. And I've been delivered from that demon of addiction to that caffeine. Okay, it's all praises to the Most High Yah, because I had been praying about it recently, and lately the Most High has just been instantly answering the prayers I've been asking Him, and it's Him. It ain't me. It ain't my willpower. I did have to put forth a little bit of effort in fighting, because you have to fight, just like Pastor Corey said. But man, praises to the Most High Yah. Caffeine, Yah will is a thing of the past. I'm done with it. It was brutally tough early this week. It was tough, but that's what I've been doing, is slowly breaking food addictions. Okay, I've been slowly breaking these addictions. What caffeine does to you. Okay, and I know I'm jumping around hitting on a bunch of stuff, but what caffeine does to you that's so insidious is it shuts down your adrenals, which in turn shuts down your kidneys. Let me put it a different way. This is the way I had to learn it so that I could memorize it. Caffeine prepares you, puts you in it releases adrenaline, and adrenaline gets you ready to fight. That's where the energy comes from with caffeine. It releases chemicals to heighten you, to prepare you to fight or to run. Okay, it prepares you for action. And when you're prepared for action, what your body does is shuts down any unnecessary systems that do not need to be used. One of those systems is your filtering system, your kidneys. It shuts them down, and your body stops filtering out waste. And prolonged caffeine use, eventually disease will set in. Okay, and that's a short, ghetto style, simple breakdown of it. I know there's herbalists and healers out there that can break that down to a more scientific level, but I'm just breaking it down real simple so you can understand it. So yeah, y'all. Okay, so eating. So what to eat? What to eat? Let's stay on task. Let's stay on topic. What to eat? Or what I would do from here. Because now that we're here, you're like, Mike, I hear what you're saying. I get it. I understand what you're saying. So what do I need to do? This is what I would recommend you do. Begin integrating food in your diet. So I'm gonna give you some ideas. You can pick and choose from them on what might work for you. One thing you might want to do is, cut down the portion of carbs you have and put a whole bunch of grapes on your plate, or a whole bunch of mangoes and stuff, and just eat as much of that as you can with your food that you eat. Another option, this is what I do now, because I switched, because I lost so much weight. I went from 230 pounds all the way down to almost 185 pounds. Okay, so that's damn near 50 pounds of weight. All the belly fat, just woof, no exercise, no nothing. And it looks like I exercise, because if I ain't pulling my shirt, but if you saw, you'd be like, damn, look like he do a lot of sit-ups and push-ups. But it all melted off. And the way I did it, again, I would drink a herbal tea or something like that in the morning. Koya is emphasizing with sea moss. She's emphasizing the sea moss. We're going to get on the sea moss. But I would have that with sea moss. And then water. Drink water all the way to lunch. At lunch, eat grapes till I was full. Now, while I'm here, I want to say this. something people need to understand. Grapes, real food triggers your sedentary response. Your sedentary response is your full response. Fake foods, foods that they've knocked all the nutrients off to keep so that the food lasts longer, so that they can ship it all over the world, like grains. Foods like that don't trigger a sedentary response. These foods that have no nutrient value don't trigger a sedentary response. This is why you can eat McDonald's and just keep eating it and never feel full. This is why you can eat cookies and bread and grains and sugars and stuff and cake and all this stuff and never really get full, because they don't trigger your sedentary response, because they don't have any nutrients in them. They're not real food. Okay? You eat grapes. I can eat grapes and keep eating them, and I'll get to a point where not only do I not want to think about grapes, I don't want to even think about food at all. And that's what, for me, it's about a bag of grapes. I don't want to think about food. Don't mention food to me. Steak is the same way. You can eat steak that way. That's why out in Texas, out west, they got these places where, can you eat the big steak? If you can, it's free, because they know that steak's going to trigger your sedentary response. And literally, if you eat another bite, you're going to feel like you're going to throw up, or you're going to throw up. Okay? But this all, it's a lot. This is the stuff I'm studying. Somebody said I stopped drinking coffee back in 1998. Sister June, I bet you are in good condition if that's how you eating, because you are pretty knowledgeable on this stuff. Somebody said I'm looking healthier. Well, that's good. I'm getting ready. I'm telling you, man. I'm praying to Yah that He give me my energy back so that I can really work the way I want to. Use it for the kingdom. So that's what's been going on. Okay, fruits. So you hear the fruits I keep mentioning. What you want to do is eat stuff that breaks down easily. Your body is gonna break everything down and make it into what it needs to make it. We're gonna get into sea moss in another episode, but in short, sea moss contains like 92 or 94 of the 102 minerals that your body needs, that your body's made up of. It got everything, damn near. And then you throw in kelp or nori and some of these other sea vegetables. They actually got minerals in them that they haven't even categorized yet. Okay? So they got more than 102 minerals in them. So literally, what you find when you begin eating sea moss and stuff like that, you find out literally that it significantly kills your appetite. Now, let me say one more thing that I got to hit on. Is malabsorption, the inability of your body to absorb nutrients. So for instance, in a car, when you run dirty fuel through it or the wrong fuel through it, the fuel injectors begin to clog up, and then you get misfires in the cylinder. Your body's similar. When you're eating all these meats, and like I said, like the brother said, you eat this meat and it begins to putrefy and stick to the walls, and you're eating the cake and the noodles and all these foods, and you're eating the wrong foods, they begin to clog up your intestines, and your intestines, your digestive system is unable to pull nutrient out of food. That's why you watch people beginning to get fat. They got to eat more and more food just to feel full, because they done ate 2 plates of food and they're still not full, because they're not absorbing the nutrients. So it takes more food for them to get the nutrient they need. You watch these people, they eat a lot of fast food, eat a lot of McDonald's and stuff like that. You ate this whole McDonald's meal, but you got no nutrients out of it. So you're literally starving why you have all this crap in you. All right. All right. So so yeah. So you got to gotta get you, that's the start. And what I would tell people, man, if you're not eating right, don't even move into the herbs because you could damage yourself. And like I said, I'm gonna talk about these herbs in another episode. But um, how would I begin to integrate fruit in my diet? I would, if you're at the level, just supplement a whole meal with fruit. So just for breakfast, have all grapes, or for breakfast, have 6 oranges. Eat oranges till you're full. It's called a mono diet. The reason that diet is so powerful is because it's so easy for your body to just break down one simple food that it was designed to eat instead of all these complex foods. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's calling me. Somebody's calling me again. It's like, whatever. All right, so look, it's much easier for your body to break down these and if you hear noise, it's raining out here. I think we're getting the fringes of that hurricane. By and large, we really weren't affected by that hurricane. Just a little bit of wind, but now we're getting some hurricane-looking rain out here. So yeah, man, I've heard of it. So anyway, yeah. So can I get? So they said, where can you get kelp and the sea moss? Where did we get our court? We got it from a person in Houston. I know Yaki sells it, so I would check him out. Who else? That's who I would get it from. So yeah, so that's my recommendation. Intermediate fasting, 16 hours a day, is really beneficial for your cells too. Yep, fasting. Yep, intermediate fasting. But let me get back to what. So what I would do, I'm gonna give you an example of some of my days. Like one morning, I had a shake for breakfast, a fruit shake, fruit smoothie, and then when again your body's gonna digest this quick and you're gonna be hungry. So a couple hours later, I ate a whole bunch of grapes, just popping them, eat a whole bunch of grapes, like damn near a handful of them. Can't eat too many, and then drank a whole bunch of water. That got me over to lunch, where I ate more grapes and drank more water. And then actually yesterday, I was like, you know what? I want these daggone potato chips. So I just ate a bag of potato chips. I'm not like super strict freak show on my diet. Ate a whole bag of potato chips. Then Koya made her amazing enchilada casserole dish, vegan, fully plant-based, and I devoured that, and I was feeling great. Okay, and that is vegan. And mind you, you're gonna be, crapping like a Russian racehorse, whatever the hell that is. You're gonna be you're gonna be eliminating. Like I will take. By the time by the time it's 9 o'clock, I've taken 2 dumps already. So throughout the day, maybe I'll take 5 or 6 dumps, I think, and I'll be pissing all throughout the day. But like I said, I've just eliminated that caffeine. So now when I piss, I'm gonna start filtering now. Like my piss will be, filtering that lymphatic system. My immune system will start filtering. Okay. All right. So literally, y'all, you know, and I'm gonna do more of these. You know, I've been meaning to do this because I told Pastor I was gonna do a video on these herbs, on caution using herbs, and I'm telling you, if you don't understand herbs, like herbs ain't gonna magically melt the weight off of you. Your first step is diet, like how you eat. Somehow, you need to fill up, get filled up, like eat a whole bunch of fruit, eat a whole bunch of grapes, or eat a whole bunch of oranges or apples or whatever before you eat your dinner. And when I say eat a whole bunch, you can't eat too much. What you're gonna find is, see, people don't realize you can realign your desire, your cravings. Like where normally when you haven't ate for a while, you'll begin, okay, when I would be fasting, when the fast would end, I'd be craving a pizza. Like nobody's business. A 3-cheese pizza from Publix or Red Baron's or whatever. Like nobody's business. Well, now when I break a fast, I'm craving grapes. And when I'm real hungry and I'm starving, a lot of times I crave grapes instead of a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, from McDoo-doos, like that one dude be saying. Like the minister of health be saying, McDoo-doos. You know? So you can literally, you can realign your tastes and your cravings. And it's nothing extreme. Just go out, buy a bag of grapes, and eat them. And it's not going to be bad for you. Some other things I'm going to have to go into if you're eating a high fruit diet is you have to make sure you stay on top of brushing your teeth, but brushing your teeth with bentonite clay and what's the other thing? And I use coconut oil. Okay, and because I was like, my teeth were beginning to get sensitive to cold stuff and all that, and it got real bad, and I was having all these weird teeth pains. And again, I reversed that by remineralizing my teeth. That's a whole nother show to go over. You can literally grow your teeth back, like you can reverse cavities and all that, man. That's a whole nother show, and that goes back to these grains and these sugars, how they rot your teeth away. And it's reversible, and they're not telling you it because they don't know. They think you gotta eat grains. You know, it's nutricide. It's death by food, man. They're killing you with food. That's a modern day genocide, man. So let me see. Yeah, somebody said oil pulling with coconut oil, but what I did is just integrate it into my daily routine. I brush my teeth with bentonite clay, which remineralizes your teeth, and coconut oil. Y'all be blown away, man. This stuff ain't complicated, man. These people are making money off killing you slowly. All right, let me see. We'll go back because I see, man, y'all. All right. So let me go back. I'm gonna definitely watch those documentaries, brother Rico. He finally coming live. Somebody said macaroni and cheese recalled. Allergy alert issued for undeclared egg in prepared macaroni and cheese sold at Whole Foods market stores in 5 states. So they got a recall for macaroni and cheese. And like I said, the sisters here know how to make vegan macaroni and cheese. I know Koya, now she been doing this. She make, for a while, she make macaroni and cheese with cauliflower instead of the noodles. But now I think she's working on a vegan macaroni and cheese. And like I said, I'm going to be on her. I'm going to have her post whatever she cooks. Now, if you're interested in it, you could just message her or send a message, and we'll give you the recipe. All right. My doctor gave me something for my bloodstream flowed through like water to my bloodline. To who it said you got male. All right. I'm not sure what you're asking there, sis. You might want to put that back in there. Thank you, brother. I have to cut back. I eat a steak at least once a week. I don't even know if that's a bad thing. My thing is how much carbs and fruit are you eating? Do you guys make the Beyond patties or buy them? The ones they sell in the store are horrible, so processed and full of soy. Well, the Beyond now, and like I said, my brother, I'm just telling you what's on the package. The Beyond meat burgers are soy free, and we buy them from the store. But you just made a good point. I have seen the DIY, to do it yourself, Beyond meat patties. So I have to run that by the sisters here and see if that's something that, because you got to take time into account. But I tell you what, eating a Beyond Meat burger or a Beyond Meat bratwurst or whatever that is, Beyond Meat sausage, because they have those, or Koya will use Beyond Meat ground beef and all that. Eating that is orders of magnitude better than eating cake, ice cream, cookies, all this cheese and all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? We're not saying it's the best thing in the world, but it's like I told Koya, where I used to crave a pizza. I'd be craving a pizza when I get real hungry, when I want something crunchy, or you know what I'm saying, you're craving something, whatever. Well, now I have a Beyond Meat. I crave a Beyond Meat burger. So my little, like treat, like whenever people treat themselves, their treat might be they'll have a cake that night or a pizza or something they know is unhealthy, but they're gonna eat it sparingly. Well, that's what I do. I have a Beyond Meat burger. That's what I get. Okay, that's what I do. And when I say it ain't I have a bunch of them. I ain't gonna lie, and I don't even have bread on them. They taste so good. I just eat them. All right. Anyway, y'all's coming back. For those with no blemish, remember, we're not to be sick. He didn't intend us to be sick. He definitely made a way. Maybe the way they grew the grain. Yeah, the way they grew the grain is the modern wheat. They blended ancient wheat that would grow tall with another type of wheat that grows short, but it doesn't yield that much wheat. So they blended them together. They mated them together, and that makes this wheat that has a high sugar content, like glucose type sugar, the bad type sugar. The Gleason therapy. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. That's awesome. All right, let's see what else. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see. I'm just going through everybody's. All right, let's see. I'm trying to cut out sugar, but it is hard because I'm a retired professional baker. Ooh, yeah. So what you need, see, Sister June, that is actually a blessing in disguise, and I'm gonna show you the blessing. If you used to be a baker, we're calling on y'all to Number one, use stevia. Stevia is a sugar substitute. But what you need to look up is alkaline desserts or alkaline um, cakes or alkaline cookies. You need to look that up and do that and begin to, man, I'm telling you, and you look that stuff up, it's going to be alkaline stuff. It's going to be all plant-based stuff that's going to melt. You're literally going to be eating a dessert. You're going to find one. You're going to perfect it. It's going to be good, and it's actually going to be healthy for you and melt the weight off. So we need people like you to embark on that endeavor. All right, so it says, check out, all right, I've heard of, where can I get intermittent fasting, the complete guide to fasting. All right, I'm going to get that one. The complete guide to fasting by Dr. Jason Wong. Okay. Is a great read. I have fasting and eating fruit in my 18-hour window. Yep. Looking, and like I said, the way I do my diet, the way I eat, I mean, sometimes I come home and eat whatever was cooked last night. I vary it, but at the end of the day, you want to make sure everything you put in that hole below your nose breaks down quickly. If it does that, for the most part, you're going in the right direction. Or do more of these kind of topics. Yeah, this is a series I'm gonna do. We just gonna have these talks. I'm gonna just freestyle off the dome and answer questions on this stuff. And buy the organic grapes too. Yeah, but like I said, if they don't have the organic grapes, like they don't have them around here. Sometimes they have them there. I lost all this weight and I've improved the way I'm feeling with the seedless grapes. But if they have the organic ones, get them. Those are better. The seeded ones are better because they have the more nutrients in them. Okay? But don't sit there and be like, I'm gonna eat this McDoodoo burger because you know what? Yeah, there's no organic grapes. Don't do that. Just get them. Get grapes in your mouth, in your life. All right. Looking forward to if people are eating McDonald's, they need to just eat wood. Just need to eat wood shavings and plastics. Much cheaper and it's oh man, dude, that is funny, dude. Look up, yeah, we got that. Whole Foods is owned by Amazon. Yep. Shalom, I live a small bowl of cream of wheat each every other morning. Suggestions for healthier alternatives: fruit. Literally, like initially, you're gonna have that craving for that. So what I would do is eat 4 apples before you have your cream of wheat, or eat some type of fruit, mango, watermelon, grapes, berries, whatever. Eat it. And as you grow, eat it till you're full, and then try to eat your cream of wheat too. And eventually you will push that out. It's just a process. Don't go extreme, okay? All right, let's see. Somebody said phony is an excellent replacement for cream of wheat. It's also alkaline. I do not know. Phony? Finny? Corey, come here. Tell us what that is. Come out here. You have a pass to come in the man cave and tell us what. I think that's that stuff they made that one night. Sweet potato brownies. Again, potatoes aren't a fruit. They're a vegetable. They're a root. Okay? So, again, we're going on stuff that eliminate. Thank you so much, brother. I will look into it. I have the book, brother Michael. All right, bring it over. Shabbat. All right. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So, it looked like yeah, I think I know what they're talking about. It's literally this fluffy, like, stuff that, yeah, it's like, yeah. What Koya said, phony. FONIO. Yeah. We had that one time, you know. I kind of ate it in a small portion because I wasn't sure what it was and what the carbohydrate makeup of it was. Because like I said, I've greatly cut my carbs. But like I said, y'all, unfortunately, it has rained, so I'm not gonna be able to work on that van like I wanted to. I'm gonna have to go in here and eat this enchilada casserole. Poor me. But anyway, y'all keep an eye out. I'm gonna get with Koya. I'm gonna come up with a way for her to post on my YouTube. I'm gonna give her the login credentials so she can post on YouTube, or she could just send me her posts, or I'll just screenshot her post. That's what I'll do. I'll screenshot Koya's posts and post them on over here on YouTube, and I expect to see y'all. I expect y'all to start getting thinner, leaner, and meaner, you know, in a good way. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Anywho, this is gonna be a continuing thing. The next one I do, we're gonna start from the very beginning. We're gonna be hitting herbs, because it's a big thing. I know I'm going in real hard on herbs here, just in what I'm doing here. Like I said, I'm getting ready to get after it over here with what we doing. But I'm not putting out, like I said, I got one herbal concoction, herbal tea that I make. I done sold a bunch of it. Consists of elderberry. I put yellow dock in it, mullein, and fenugreek. I'm getting ready to replace the yellow dock with I can't remember, but I'm getting ready to replace yellow dock. But this stuff literally knocks out any virus or anything. I've watched many people, clogged sinuses, you name it, knocks that stuff out. People be feeling it within 20 minutes. It's kicking it out of there. I've had multiple people wake up with a stuffy nose, headache, throat all jacked up, all that. I give them this tea and it's gone. Okay? It's the real deal. I done researched out all them herbs, you know, and they are powerful, man, and that stuff kicks ass. Especially in this day and age with the Roni virus going around and everybody getting that, man. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, the Most High, He done made a way. It's right there. Like, we've become accustomed in America, like all this green stuff we see around us with leaves on it, we just take it for granted. We think it's there for scenery. Man, this stuff is here to heal our nation. Okay, so let me see. So, brother said, turn that Wi-Fi off when you go to sleep. It's getting to the point, and I'm glad you put that out there. You literally can't get away from the radiation poisoning, but stuff like cilantro actually, and there's multiple other herbs that pull radiation. They pull heavy metals, radiation. free radicals, all that stuff. They pull it, and then you take something like spirulina, and it, because they'll pull it out of the organs and it from everywhere. They'll pull it and bind to it temporarily, and then you take spirulina with it, and it will permanently bind to the spirulina and carry it right out your body. Look, these wicked ass heathens ain't got no work for the Most High Yah. See, they know it, man. Nothing they could throw at us, nothing they put in this earth can compete with the Most High Yah's simple creation. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit you in the head with a verse real quick. Let me see. Look, this is Sirach Ecclesiasticus. This Sirach Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 38, chapter 38, and I'm reading verse 4. It says, "The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." Okay? So, yeah, man. And they don't want you to know that. Man, these people done, man, these folks, man. It's, man, I'm still working through all the deception I done been brainwashed with from science and technical, all this shit I done learned, man. Just coming a straight way, man. I've been steadily deprogramming, man. Steadily. In deprogramming, learning the true spiritual way, man. Literally, y'all, casting your cares before y'all. Like when you're trying to figure something out and you just can't do it, like, in the name of Yah, show me the way, guide my steps. Just doing it's that simple, y'all. Literally. And then there's everything else. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this show. I'm going to upload it to Facebook here, and I'm going to try to upload it to Instagram TV also. Just really wanting to help people with their health, because like I said, at my job, I've watched multiple people, 2 people died at the same time, on the same day yesterday at my job. You know, my father passed away. Come to find, I was just getting into all this when he was, you know, getting the chemo and all that, but I didn't know enough to really, you know, tell him anything, you know. But we got to break these food addictions. There's a spirit on there. I don't know, you know, but you know the way I am, man. When I know something is true and I done used it in my life and I know it to be true, I'm going to put it out far and wide. So I ain't going to sit on this thing, man, while people just sit here and they're just passing away left and right. So, but anyway, y'all, with that said, I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel, head of Straightway Florida, host of the Spiritual Combat Show. And you're watching the Spiritual Combat Show. Definitely definitely comment. I'm going to be reading the comments because I know there's going to be good information in there. Subscribe, share, tag people so people can eat to live, man. Eat in a righteous way, righteous eating. You know what I'm saying? The power of eating righteously according to Yah's word, man. We're getting this thing, man. That said, y'all, appreciate y'all. Shalom, shalom. All right, how do I stop this? There we go. Yeah.